Shalom. Kal Halam La Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Does God hate the sinner, or does God hate sinners? Yep. But you Christians say that he doesn't. Alright, and then we're in Ecclesiasticus, which is part of the Bible. It's in the Apocrypha 12:6. Ecclesiasticus 12:6. For the Most High, Yahweh hateth sinners, and will repay vengeance unto the ungodly, and keepeth them against the mighty day of their punishment. So it says that the Most High does hate sinners. Now, what is sin? And who can sin? What is sin? First John 3:4. Whosoever committeth sin transgresseth also the law, for sin is the transgression of the law. And it says in Matthew 5:17, you know that Yahushua came not to abolish the law, but to fulfill it. So what is sin? Transgression of the law. So if sin is transgression of the law, someone's breaking the law, aren't they? But who? Can anybody break the law? Can they? Can an Edomite break the Most High's law? Who's the law given to? It's very simple. Very simple. We'll find out right now. I'm going to say very little and show you the scriptures. Because this is pretty much basic stuff. Super basic. But Christians don't know this. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you. Psalm 147 and 19. So the question was, who can sin? First question was, does God hate the sinner? And the answer was yes. Ecclesiasticus 12:6 will tell you that. Second question is, what is sin? 1 John 3:4 will let you know that sin is transgression of the law. But if I'm an Israelite, I can break the law. If I'm an Edomite, I can't break the law. Or if I'm a Hamite, I can't break the law. And so forth and so on. Just like if I'm in Mexico, I can't break any laws, American laws. Well, some, but you know, I can't. Let's make it easier. Let's make it way easier. I can't speed on the highway and break that law if I'm working inside, or if I don't have a car to work with. Because I'm not on the car. I'm not on the highway. And when you drive on the highway, you have to have a license, and that license is an agreement with you and the government to conduct business on that highway. Because that law permits you to do that with the issuance of a license. So you can only sin if the law was given to you. This is Psalm 147 and 19. He sheweth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. So he shows his word unto Jacob and judgments unto Israel. I just want to say this about that. Before Jacob was Israel, we're going to say that, let's say you're a Negro, Latino, or Native American, and being an Israelite it's not just specific to those nations, but those people, the Latinos, Native Americans, and Negroes who are in the Western Hemisphere, who came over here under slavery, and Christopher Columbus came over here and fucked everything up for us. We know for sure that we're Israelites because of the curses, and these scholars and pretty much the white people are scholars. Some of them are Israelites, but my main point is Jacob is Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Now, Jacob was given a new name, Israel, after he was wrestling with one of the angels, which I believe it was Yahushua. So he was wrestling with the angel, and then he got his name changed to Yasharallah. So in that way, let's say one day you're a Mexican and you're on YouTube, or you're even walking down the street and you see a camp and they tell you who you are. At that point in time, you're Jacob, because they're telling you these statutes and laws are for Jacob, and if you accept it, then you become who you become. You become Israel, and now the judgments are given to you. Okay, but if you don't accept that, then you just become two-thirds. Well, you don't become, you probably already were destined to be two-thirds. So he shows his statutes to Jacob and his judgments to Israel. That is specific to one nation, which is one nation of 12 nations. That makes one nation. So it's only Israelites. If you want to find out if you're suffering the curses, Deuteronomy 28. So, who judges Israel? Let's see. Who judges Israel? I wrote this down on my notes. Okay, 5 and 22. So we're going to go to the book of John, chapter 5, verse 22. Because we need to find out who judges Israel. All right. And this is going to work twofold, the scripture right here. One, it's going to tell you who judges. And two, an equally important point, it's going to tell you that the Father and the Son are two separate entities. They're not the same thing, Christians. So who judges Israel? Let's get down to it. John 5 and 22. For the Father judges no man, but hath committed all judgment unto the Son, who is Yahushua, and his Father's name is Yahweh. And so he gave all his judgment unto his Son, and the Son can judge who? Israel. Ultimately the whole world, because the whole world is his. The whole universe. So now let's move on to the next scripture. It's going to be the last scripture. For we must all appear before the judgment seat of Hamashiach, Yahushua, that everyone may receive the things done in his body, according to that he hath done, whether it be good or bad. So there you go. Who the judge is. And the Father and the Son, two separate things. God hates the sinner. What is sin? Transgression of the law. Who can sin? Psalm 147:19. He showeth his statutes to Jacob and his judgment to Israel. Shalom. And special thanks to the apostles of GMS, who I watch and I learn from them. So it's only fitting that I give them thanks. Shalom.